Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. Let me know whatever it is, because I'm actually thinking about coaching my little great nephew in baseball. And, I mean, he
Okay,
just
that'd be
started
good.
out. He had 3 years old. So but I might wait till next year and let him get some of the fundamentals down, because what I mean. I have patience with him, but when I'm trying to teach a bunch of little kids,
Right,
hey man, I don't
right.
know how much patience I got. So
I
I
got you.
gotta work on it. But it is something I want to do, because I lost my two nephews, so I'm trying to grab the great nephew soon as I can.
Okay,
And then
cool.
I'm what I mean, by me coaching anyway, what I mean, if I because like a lot of coaches don't teach these kids fundamentals no more.
No, they don't. They don't.
Nah, they don't teach them no fundamentals. So
And
what I mean,
a
if I
lot of
can
them need to be. I mean, go back to the basics with them.
right. Yeah. And that's what I tell everybody. Like, everything has a foundation, man. If it don't have no foundation, it can lead here real quick. But everything has a
Right.
foundation. So if you don't build that foundation, hey man, you ain't gonna. Hey man, shit ain't gonna be right. But let me welcome y'all back to the Papa Back Podcast. We having a impromptu man cave today, because of this shit going on today. Everybody's talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Hey man,
True indeed.
how
True
how, how,
indeed.
how you feel about that, man?
Man, listen, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I would just let some people come through. I would notify them. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm super pissed off, and I'm super pissed off because these two brothers' behavior, and I blame both.
Right,
And I'm
right,
looking at it from a couple of different perspectives, but I'm gonna start with the first one, and I want to address it because I seen certain people mention they couldn't tell if it's staged or not. All right,
right,
and that even making me more furious. You know what I'm
right,
saying, Black? And the reason I'm
right.
about to say that
Yeah.
is I'm gonna be more furious if it is staged because nigga, y'all 51, 52 years old. What kind of grown ass 100 millionaires? Am I that much of a media whore? That with,
Right.
with hundreds of millions, Black. See, this is what I need people to understand. With hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm a stage this.
Right,
So that means I'm a
right,
media hoe. So now I know why it helps me to understand that if this true, if it is staged, then I see how things in your personal life, Will, is playing out with your wife.
right,
I see the
right.
coonery that's also in Chris Black. You know, the shit that, from back in the day that we seen in him, that, hey, he ain't too
Yeah,
black
we
as we
play
would like him
Pookie.
to be. Right, right. But
Yeah.
it is just many other shit. But the one thing I will say in their defense, I know I have learned. I don't know if it hit you yet, Black, or as well as the other viewers who seeing this. When they were young, coming up through those ranks in Hollywood, as I got older, I was able to forgive them. Why? Because I wanted to be forgiven as well for my past transgressions. It's like you say, what we do as young as we become men, we learn better. So, when we
Right,
hold Will Smith
right.
to the shit that he did in 6 Degrees, the way he
Yeah.
always kind of played a little standoffish. He black, but he ain't too black. You see what I'm saying? Chris
Oh yeah.
Rock,
Oh
as
yeah.
he kept going forward, the coonery, it was always like, yes, master. But then he with us, he like, nah, man, I'm really down with y'all. So, it's like playing both sides. But as they kept
Right,
growing older, we kind of seen them position more, into that men mentality. And we
right,
looking from the
right,
outside. But as we growing, we like, well, damn, we made mistakes. But now, nigga, we gonna speed up the time. Nigga, we
right,
in
right,
2022. Y'all niggas worth hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. So if this
right.
was staged, nigga, I'm even more pissed off because you got tens of millions of viewers from
Right,
old to young who just saw this behavior on national TV. Now,
Right.
Black, you know this. Somebody else is gonna try to imitate this same shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, of
See, that's
course.
where
Of
I'm
course.
going.
Of course.
This is why I'm pissed off. I don't care if it's gonna be a younger person or an older person. And we gonna be able to relate back to it like, man, what would make a motherfucker do this at the Emmys? What would make a
Right.
motherfucker do this at you know, it don't matter what platform it is. But me and you both know that
Right.
this behavior does not belong at this specific place and time of event. See, that's
Right.
where I'm going with this. Is this what you done trickled inside the minds? I ain't even got to part two, why else I'm pissed, which is a 1A and 1B, because I'm reading all these fucking comments with these motherfucking women. See, my cut Black man, listen, man. And I really want to tone because I don't want people to think I'm anti-women because I love women. You see what I'm saying? I'm
Right,
birthed
right,
from a woman.
right. I mean, but a lot of shit they do ain't right, man, and don't
Man,
know they
listen,
don't hold
man.
each other accountable for shit. So
Thank you, Black. Don't
yeah,
hold this bitch accountable for nothing. You know, all you heard was like,
they
oh,
don't
she
hold
got
each other
cancer.
accountable.
She got listen, I don't know if she got cancer or motherfucking not. This bitch been showing horse behavior for the last past goddamn since she been with Will Smith. Now all of a sudden, this monkey ass nigga, let me clean up my language. This monkey ass motherfucker wanna call himself he gonna defend her. And I'm looking at the comments, and then I'm seeing some of these weak ass niggas. Where's God making these men from, Black?
Hey, I don't know.
And they're
I
like, well,
stopped.
why are you calling them
Boy.
weak? Listen, this nigga wasn't defending them when August told him right down, nigga, I've been molesting your wife. Your wife been nurturing
Right,
me. She treat
right,
me like a baby right here, nigga, but I'm molesting her while you in the other room. You ain't had this
right,
energy then. Now all of a sudden,
right,
if it is real, and I'm saying if this ain't staged, and people want to know why I'm so angry, nigga, because I grew up with these niggas, Black. No, I
right.
didn't grow
Yeah,
up with them in the
yeah,
same household.
yeah.
I grew up from the same standpoint, watching these motherfuckers on TV, supporting them,
Right, right,
helping them, you know, as far as with my viewership, fight through the same battles so maybe they can reach back when they can and grab whoever. You see what I'm saying? Each
right,
one teach one.
right.
But then y'all niggas wait till you get 50 and pull this monkey ass behavior, and then nigga you pulling about this bitch you been infatuated with since childhood who broke up your first marriage because you was a weak ass nigga then, which showing you a weak ass nigga now. Yeah, I'm pissed, Black. I'm pissed because I keep seeing the shit trending. And then these
Right.
weak ass women who think they know what the fuck they talking about. Defend what honor? This bitch just showed you how much a hoe she was. Like, I don't understand. Listen, Black, am I seeing something different? Because if I'm seeing something different, brother, you can check me on it. Maybe I ain't seeing what I'm thinking I'm seeing.
No, man. You speaking facts, but for me, I don't really think that is real. You know what I mean? Because first of all, you was laughing at first. You laughed when he said that shit. Then she probably looked at him like, God damn, pimp, you laughing a little too hard, nigga. So he might have felt like he had the defender. That might be one case. Now, second of all, she might have looked at him like, nigga, you know you supposed to be going out there slapping him. You don't supposed to be goddamn laugh. Because all of a sudden he got up. And hold on now. And Chris just watched him walk all the way up to him. Onto my no security, no even if the venue security ain't gonna be on it because they think it, you know what I mean? Because they think he might be just going up there to say something to him or something. What about Chris Rock security? Now, if I got security and you gonna let somebody just walk up on me on stage and pimp, we on camera, pimp. Now it's amazing that he never said anything to August, but as soon as he do this movie, about King Richard, and that's the attitude that King Richard had. Now all of a sudden, when you get your Oscar, they make you do this bullshit. See, like in you know, hey man, like that Hollywood is a fool, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna speak on a whole lot of shit on here, but that Hollywood is a fool, man. And like I ask people, how many of our celebrities do they tear down before they get out of there? Like it ain't most black men that's celebrities or prominent. Some they build you up and they tear your ass down too at the same time.
They do. They
And
do.
see, they just want to destroy your reputation, pimp. So you won't have too much power over us, especially if you on some pro black shit or some shit promoting black unity. You know what I mean? Like they don't anything like in the rap game. See, I watch all this shit, man. In the rap game, it's all the same thing, but they destroying
I
us.
I mean,
You
Black.
know what I mean?
I
It's all
100%.
materialistic. Every nigga got a million hoes. You know what I mean? Everybody got so much goddamn money. Everybody buying all this high dollar shit that they don't even like us. Some of them came out and said that they don't even make that shit for black people, but we still support it. Which
But we still do it.
that's your right. You can do whatever. You can support whatever. You can buy what. Like I don't get caught up in all that. Now, if as his wife, if it wasn't staged, she shouldn't have let him be in that shit. She should have grabbed him like, hey baby, no, don't you ain't gotta worry about that. Don't no, we'll get him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can get it. But no, you ain't
Right.
finna do that on here. No, pimp.
Yeah.
You one of the biggest we got. Both of y'all.
Both of them.
Both of y'all the biggest we got. Come on, man. Now
But but see,
I
Black.
can't I
Listen.
can't I'm not gonna knock him.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna knock him for defending his wife. Cause no matter as long as y'all married, no matter how bad she make it, like I'll check your ass when we get back to the house. But
Yeah.
and that's how we was about our family anyway. Like we can say whatever to our family members, but let somebody else say
Right.
something to them.
Right. I
Now
agree.
we
I agree.
like me and you. Like, even, I'm gonna tell you that's the same mentality that they have in the hood. Like say we both from the Meadows.
Right.
Okay, we beef every goddamn day, but let somebody come to the Meadows.
Right.
Oh, hold
Right.
on,
Right.
put our shit to the side. We got to get this nigga up out of here.
That's right. That's
Then
right.
we'll
You
go
can't
back
come
to
from
what we've
school
been
free,
doing.
earn a
I
home,
mean,
none of
so
that.
that's
Yeah.
right. So that's how family is. Now, I'll check. I ain't gonna check your ass right here. I pretty much gonna agree with you unless you just looking like a real ass. But if you ain't looking like a real ass, I gotta defend you, especially if you my wife. But when
Yeah.
we get to ourselves, yes, I'm gonna check your ass then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she
I
should
feel
have never let him did it, especially if it wasn't staged. And then if it was
that.
staged, I'd be like, but a lot of them, hey man, hey, yeah, sometimes when you make it so far in Hollywood, you have to do some crazy shit now. No,
Well, yeah, that is
that's
what they
fact.
want you to do, and I'll be fair. But at this, hold on, because I don't want to be rude to her. Miss Lockett said it better not be staged, even though it wasn't a good situation. And then
No,
Miss
man.
Lockett said, "Now listen, Miss Lockett, I used the word bitch, not calling the woman a listen, a hoe or a bitch. Listen, that's just been her behavior. See, I'm just talking about what her behavior has shown as far as the insight that people have gave us about Jada and Will. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
it ain't me. I'm just talking about things I've heard that came out her mouth and things that he has allowed her to do as being his second wife. You know what I'm saying? And see,
right,
it's hard for me to defend their relationship with the knowledge I have how this nigga left his first wife. See, I'm gonna be honest with you, Black. I'm real big on first time marriages because I really, like I said, these are things I've studied. Nigga, you did the
Right.
same thing. The same thing Swiss Beats did. This is what Will Smith did beforehand. And nigga, you leave your home to go to another woman. You see what I'm saying? Yes, we do see women file for divorce and all that, but I'm telling men, I'm trying to get men to really understand. Boy, it's consequences in this. We just didn't see
Oh, it's
them as
consequences, everything.
and everything. But see, people don't really understand that your household and you as the man or the woman gonna be held accountable. And when God decided to lay down his reign, he can lay it on whoever he favors to. And I'm gonna say, let's just say it's a possibility that Jada is dealing with an illness. I'm gonna go out there and then I'm gonna come on back with the wheels with the between Will and Chris. And I tell people who really don't know the word. I remember when God told Solomon about what was her Delia, and God and Delia told Solomon, she said, "Man, I got to leave you alone. God destroying everything I own. Like God is destroying everything around me, and it's because of you." She like, she telling him, "Man, you need to go back over there." And Solomon like, "Nah, I ain't going. I got to have
Right.
you. I got to
Right.
keep you like this." And God was like, "Listen, boy." He telling her and him, if you don't relinquish this man, I'ma punish you, girl. Like I'ma punish you in ways you'll wish for death. And that's what she was telling Solomon. She like, listen, you killing me. You're getting me killed a slow death in so many words. Because God is
Right.
crushing every. If you come over here, if I'm on the Eastern Shoreline, God crushing everything on the Eastern Shoreline besides me. I'm looking at people, lives getting lost. And he's calling for you, Solomon. I'm giving people the short version. Solomon, I need you to go back over there on the western side with God. Because God ain't Solomon like, no, she go down to the southern, to the south of the border. God followed him down to the south of the border. And he destroyed that. She like, listen, man, you killing me. And eventually he got broken. But this is what we see. Now let's fast forward to today's time. People will sit here and ride that same situationship out and not understanding that people who in the same predicament as what we see now with Will and Jada, it's a slow death. So I'm just saying, whether it's in your own household or not, people, you better be paying attention. This is one of God's hands at work again. And I done seen it through every family, including my own. I seen my uncles who left their wives, got me a new auntie. It was a real slow death. And I kept wondering, why is these, or why is he dying like this? Same thing with my own mama and her husband when she ran away from him. You see what I'm saying, Black? Like these
Right.
things, I don't know why my mind pay attention to it, but it is. And I studied it for some odd reason. And I'm telling you, people, quit following these other folks whose households are already destroyed. Black, I'm gonna ask one question. How the hell you got two kids born back to back and both of them confused?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what I mean by
Yeah.
that, yes, I'm talking about Willow and,
Yeah.
and Jay. How the hell you get
Right.
two kids and both of them come out confused, Black? That ain't normal in the
Right.
household. It ain't
Nah.
normal.
Nah.
Black, you gonna at least listen, Black, out of two, you ain't gonna go two for two who confused. You might get one that's
Right.
maybe as what we'll call very disobedient. You ain't gonna get two back to back
Right.
confused, Black. It don't happen. It just
Right.
don't happen.
Right.
Anybody
Right.
can look in their own household with when we got one of those who where we call him downstairs or her downstairs. You don't get two from
Yeah.
that same bloodline. It don't have now. You may
Right.
have 8 children or 6 children, and you might get two out of that, but you don't go
Right.
two for
Right.
two. And
Right.
so, listen, man. I tell people too. Yes, I'm disturbed with Chris Rock behavior. I do. I will say this here in Chris Rock, just small defense. Black men, you both know as comedians, men, you both know as comedians will make a joke about anybody. And that's whether you
Yes, Lord. I used to, boy, I done said some crazy ass shit. I remember I was finna kill Bobby Brown one time. I had a joke I did about Bobby Brown, and when I started it, everybody was like, "Oh," I was like, "Y'all ain't like what? Y'all ain't like his ass in here." And Bible was in there. He was like, "Nigga, I'm right here," and you know what I mean. But I couldn't kill him then. You know what I mean? I turned it into some, you know what I mean, that he can laugh at himself. You know what I
right,
mean? And like, you know, I, I even though I was a street comedian, I never tried to embarrass nobody. You know what I mean? Like if I see somebody in the club and you got a lazy eye, I'm not gonna talk about that lazy eye because I know you feel a certain way about it.
right.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna talk about like everybody can't see you. So I'm gonna pick something else out about you that I'm gonna weigh your ass out about. So you'll be comfortable laughing with yourself. I mean, like you'll be so glad I ain't killing that goddamn lazy that you'll laugh if I'm talking about some other shit. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
But I
But see,
don't embarrass nobody,
that's.
man.
I mean, you know, I don't know, Black. Maybe it's because, and I know you're gonna be able to relate to this. Maybe I can accept the hardship because of the community. You know, we come up in certain communities. You know, it was no hold
Right,
bars.
right,
You know what I'm saying? They don't care nothing about your mama, your daddy, your grandmama. You know, you always had that one clown or two clowns. But listen, they give it to everybody. Everybody gonna get it. And then it's gonna be the whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, hey,
right,
if you want to fight, we can fight. And so it's either nigga, you thicken up your joke game or your sarcasm game. You thicken it up and you dish it back out to me. And then guess what? I mean, you may catch me at a bad time and give me a dose
right,
of it. But I know that I've been dishing it out so long, you know, I got to take it. Now I do
right,
understand
right.
everybody don't play like that, and that's the point you get into. You know, you more conscious of, you know what? I know Buddy been getting picked on by his lazy eye all their life. So you know what? I ain't
Right,
gonna even
right,
hit him with that. But I see
right,
them dusty ass shoes or
right,
them goddamn them wannabe Nikes you got on, and
right,
I know where they really came from. I'm gonna get you on that. So
right,
I do
right.
understand, the only defense I gave was everybody when coming to them big shows, those big platforms, everybody get it. You see what I'm saying? I saw
Oh
Hillary
yeah, yeah,
Clinton
yeah,
get it when Bill Clinton
yeah.
just took his penis out another woman. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Hey
right.
man,
I
them folk
mean,
had no whole
when you
bar.
end up you're a public figure. Yeah,
You gonna get it? And
yeah,
see,
you
that's
gonna
what I'm
get
saying.
it, and
This shit
anything
ain't new.
goes. So, especially now with this social media, man, everybody got a voice. You know
Everybody.
what I mean? Everybody got a goddamn voice. You know what I
But
mean?
see,
So when you're a public figure, that's part of the game. You know what I
it's
mean?
part of the game. And then
It's
here it
part
is.
of
You want to get up. See, I just let them know I'm really disappointed. Chris Rock, and boy, if you hear this, boy, I mean it. Chris Rock should have had just like, listen, if even if you couldn't whoop Will, nigga, it ain't nowhere in hell at the after party. Listen, like I say, Black, like I got to start back with it before I go into that. I'm gonna be super pissed off at this shit stage because
right.
you're gonna have people who try to imitate that shit, and then it's gonna be
Yeah,
become
yeah,
it's gonna be art
yeah.
that's actually gonna turn into reality, which we know
Yeah,
reality.
but see, our people gonna be the only one that imitated though. And see, that's why you'll see them let us do it. They'll let us make an ass ourselves. They don't give a fuck. They will let us make an ass ourselves,
Come on, man.
and then we gonna be the ones that imitate it, pimp.
Come on,
like I
man.
said in the little video I made today, hey, comedians better you better step your hand game up. Cause like for the last couple of years, man, people been walking up on stage, man. Like a comedian I know, Steve Brown, he was in Columbia, South Carolina at the Comedy House.
Uh,
Motherfucker just walked up on stage on him. He had to swing on him. You know what I
wow.
mean? Avion Crockett was somewhere, and the shit that was recently, a couple of months ago, and a white lady just walked up on stage on him. Like that shit wasn't allowed
Right.
when we was doing comedy back in the day, man.
I just seen the shit with
You know
Mike
what I mean?
Tyson the other day, nigga.
Hey man, yeah, hey. Like people bold as fuck now, man. People bold as fuck. You know what I mean? And hey man, some shit always been off limits. You know what I mean? And it's like we don't give a damn about it. We don't respect shit no more. You know what I mean? And it's sad.
Nah.
But we don't respect love, we don't respect money, we don't respect family, we don't respect shit no more, man.
Shit.
When it comes to the street, ain't no codes in the streets no more. It ain't like anything goes, man.
Anything go.
It's
Ain't no more
crazy.
morals.
Anything goes.
Well,
Right,
you know what?
right,
I'm
right.
gonna get to a couple of your
Jada
viewers.
said it happened to DC. Yeah, it happened to DC Young Fly too, but DC Young Fly
Yeah,
whooped
DC Young
their ass
Fly.
though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. He
yeah,
got right on
yeah,
that
yeah.
ass. For real.
Yeah,
He
you know he
stole
one of them Atlanta niggas, man. You ain't finna just walk up like you can't just walk up on anybody. You know
No,
what I
you
mean?
can't.
Just like that's what made me think it was stage too. Like Will didn't even look for no comeback.
No, he just
Like he
walked off.
just slapped him and walked off. You pimp, you don't turn your back to a nigga you just slapped now.
Unless he known like that in Hollywood. See, unless he really
Right,
see, this was giving me the thing too, Black. I'm just saying if it ain't real. That mean,
right,
boy, this is your behavior in Hollywood. That mean people really do
right,
you like this. And the only reason, remember that white boy
right.
that aired his session out with what's the white boy name? Black, remember who did the who do that show on NBC. I forget his name, but remember they was videoing and they was telling the other white boy while Chris Rock was in the room, it's okay to say nigga. And Chris was like, yeah. And he was like, nah, I ain't doing that. But he was video recording. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna say that. And all the other ones was saying it, and
It's,
Chris was getting the okay. But I don't know if,
nah, nah,
yeah. Listen, it was just a
nah,
couple of years back.
nah,
Like you can still go online and see this.
nah.
So the reason I'm saying that is because when I look at Chris' demeanor in the video, he really meant that. Like he was so cool with it. He was like, "Yeah, man, it's cool, man. You know, it's all right, man. You can say nigga." Like it wasn't like he was stretching to say like, "Ah, man, you know, yeah, man, you know." He was like, "Nah, bro, you know, just say nigga, man. It's all right. It's cool. Like we cool in here." And the other white dude was like Jerry Seinfeld, if I'm not mistaken. That
Seinfeld.
was him. Yeah, Seinfeld. I think
Okay.
that's how yeah, Seinfeld. From the Seinfeld show. He was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So the other white dude, they was trying to get, and he was like, nah, man, I ain't saying that. They was like, bro, it's cool. He was like, no. So the other white dude said, nigga, Seinfeld kind of hinted at it, if I'm not mistaken. And it was another white dude, but the other white dude who recorded, he was like, no, He was like, no. He was like, man, that word bring out too much heat. I ain't gonna do it. And guess what? That shit aired, Black. And it showed this nigga who done got so comfortable. See, listen, I'm one of them people, I promise you. I've been training my brain. I don't really put it like this. I'm not naive to white and black, but I see what God
Right,
made
right,
people and how we got into all these names. God said
right,
male and female. See, I'm going back to the basic. Anybody else who
right,
don't want to do that,
right,
you ain't got to, but I'm just saying what I do. You want to be
right.
white, you want to be white power, pole power, black, whatever, black power, whatever. Guess what? That's fine. I see you as a man. That's it.
Right.
You know, you want all them other labels, you have it. You want all those superior labels, you have it. You want all those derogatory, you got to have all those derogatory names, you have it. But I'm telling you, I'm training my mind. Man and woman, you know, ain't no such thing as so much manpower. No, it's woman power too.
Right.
But what we ain't
Right,
gonna do,
right, right,
and what I ain't gonna do, is keep sending him help promoting the feminist movement. Just like I ain't gonna be with the sucker shit of an LGBTQS movement. Just like I ain't gonna be with an
right,
all right man movement. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna
right,
respect everybody within their place. And everybody else who want to be a part
right,
of that, you do that. I ain't mad with that. But to get back to the subject at hand, Black, I was so pissed off with Chris Rock. And like I say, I still notion. I'm still searching them, see if this shit staged. But boy, it ain't nowhere in hell I wouldn't have my security be like Will Smith, even if I could
right.
have put
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I would
you know,
boy, listen, I would have blistered your ass, boy. Everybody would have had to
yeah,
earn their
some of that
paycheck
shit
that
don't
day.
add up.
Yeah, everybody who couldn't earn
Yeah,
their
some
paycheck that day, your ass
like
fired.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If I can't get at you right at the moment, shit, my folks better get at your ass. Because
Man,
if they don't, I'm gonna get at. Like, nah, man. Like, to tell the truth, man. I used to do a joke back in the day. I used to bring a white person up on stage to say the word nigga. You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean? But I used to explain to them the difference. Then
Oh,
I used to explain to them why. You know what I mean? What we did, like we took it as a negative and turned it into a term of endearment. It don't always mean the wrong thing. But I also told them, okay, now don't you say it now.
right.
Like
Okay.
the only time you can do this is while you right here with me. Now, when you get back outside, now, hey, shorty, don't. You know what I mean? And most of them did it. Some of them wouldn't do it, but you know what I mean. But
Right.
putting it on, like saying it as they can say it all the time, like, nah, hell no, I ain't finna do
Nah,
that. That's when
nah.
comedy was more. You could really do anything in comedy back then. Like
Yeah.
now with this
But it was
cancel culture and
educational
all
at the
that.
same time.
Right, yeah. They can't say it and all this shit, man. But you know what I mean. But hey, man, like I say, it ain't anything goes now, man. And this is crazy, man. Just like when you think about the law that they just passed about, you need a fire or a permit to carry your firearm in public.
Right, right,
Okay, why everybody thinking that's cool? We gotta also look at the fact it's gonna give police goddamn damn near rights to goddamn bust your ass too.
yeah. Because it don't know who you are.
You
And it
know
ain't
what I
got to
mean?
ask.
Right. If you got a pistol, man, you got to be careful with all this shit, man.
Man.
And see what I try to tell them about all the gun laws. I be like, the only people that pay attention to the gun laws is the people that abide by the law. Criminals don't abide by the law. They don't give a fuck about none of the gun laws. For
Yeah.
people that abide by the law, which you go handicap them because the criminals get their guns
Right,
regardless.
right.
You know what I mean? They're
Yep.
handicapping the people that need them. You know what I mean? Because they got everything on the street, pimp.
That's true.
They got
That's
all
true.
kind of shit on the street. You know what I mean? Hey man,
What's
this
you?
is like this motherfucker turned into the wild wild west now. It really
Oh
is.
yeah. Oh yeah. And okay, Miss Lockett, set the boundaries for kids. You may guide a child in which way they should go, so they will come back. Even if they venture off, they will come back. That's true. That's true. Train a child on which way it should go, and then she say, "What's up, Monica? My cousin. Oh, hey, Miss Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Sharon say,
Hey,
free
Wanda.
speech
I
has
see Wanda
limits.
on here.
What's up, Wanda?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, free speech have limits, has limits.
Yeah, of
Well,
course,
yeah,
of course.
it does. But hold on, let me say it this way.
I say like this freedom of speech has consequences. Like you can say whatever, but
Yeah.
especially now. Like I think
Right.
Project Pat was the first rapper that got convicted on some of his lyrics and his music. I think he was the first one they played his music in court,
Well, now,
and
now it was old boy. Remember down in Miami, Luke Skywalker.
yeah.
They had to
Yeah,
go to
no,
trial
I'm talking
on
about, yeah, but that was just censorship. I'm talking about the shit that they were talking about they were doing in the streets.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
Project get locked up for that. But yeah, Luke to get for censorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. You're right. You're right. You would be right on that one. It's
yeah.
I just know, man, it set a bad taste in my mouth. Like I said, I come up with both of these young brothers. You know what I'm saying? That they just maybe 3 to 4 years older than me. Um,
Right, right,
and like I say, it just left a real distaste in my mouth, man. A poor one at that. Because
right,
like I say, whether it's staged or not, I'm like, bro, you got so many tens of millions of people watching you.
right,
And this is the
right,
behavior. And like I say, listen,
right.
I know women hear me say some harsh words, but it's crazy how Jada still got the battery in this man back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
done seen so many dudes like him.
yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, yeah. Oh, woman is always a man weakness. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for most men. Yeah,
for
most
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 men.
women are. Yeah,
And
yeah,
Black, that's why I be so adamant. Listen, man, I believe in a man being a man. Listen, you don't have to dog a woman out. You don't have to snatch her by her hair like that bull crap we learned in the comic book during the
nah,
Flintstone days. And listen, ain't none of that ever been true. This just what's been promoted. Dragging her
right,
from house to house, drag this from out the house. I'm
right,
not talking about that. I know you don't have to do all that. But one thing God made a man for, you got to be head of your household. And this
that's right,
Negro ain't showed that. She
right,
ain't showed that she gonna be the woman when he leave his household. She ain't showed that. And that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm real tough on her. Because listen, Black, from the things that I've learned about this woman, have I certain things I've heard come out her mouth, other people have stated her character. You see what I'm saying? And
right,
then
right,
the things I heard from back in the day to what is transpiring now, I know these folks couldn't have been too far off. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
And just like I say, that situationship she had with August, that relationship, nigga, it shows that. Because you let this play out into the media when you first open your legs to August. It ain't about that August mentioned it first, because I ask people, would August have to mention this first if Jada never opened her legs? Let me tell you, hell no. The only thing that we might have known that she just was happy, she wasn't happy in the household. And then that means y'all got to find a way to work it out. But really, guess what, Will? Will, you ain't got no business working out. You need to go do that with your first wife who's still living. I'm just a firm believer in that. Jada need to go
right.
find her own husband. That for real. I mean that. And I ain't blaming women for men action. I didn't blame her. I said she was the cause of it. But what I am blaming him for is because his weak ass won't really stand up. And then you want to send these fake ass tears. Nah, I ain't condoning that. And if that's what women
Yeah,
look for me to
I
condone,
damn sure ain't finna cry after I do it.
yeah, I'm definitely what? No, nigga,
Nah,
you get this soft ass shit out of here. And that's why I
yeah,
blame Chris Rock
no
ass
problem.
too, just so you know, Miss Lockett, because he didn't stand up like a man. Why? Because Chris Rock got the same kids looking at this shit. I'ma look at a nigga slap my daddy, and my daddy do nothing.
Right,
I, I mean, where we going with this in this day and time?
right,
Nigga, Chris Rock ain't no Martin Luther King. He can't turn no other cheek. He a sinner just like I am. He ain't cleaned up his way like a Paul in the Bible. If he cleaned his act up like a Paul in the Bible, I can understand him saying, hey, brother, you know what? I was out of line. I don't know what came over me. And we done saw all his good works through everywhere else, and we know that he done tried to stop cussing and everything. Then I can understand why Chris Rock turned his other cheek. Nah, nigga, I'm finna turn my motherfucking left hand, and I'm gonna do the best I can do. Or either I'm finna call these goons over here and make them use their left and right hands and their feet. See, that's where I'm at
right,
with this.
right.
See,
And Sharon,
because
I sent you the link. If you want to come on, you can come on. But like women always taking up for the women, and I understand that because y'all gonna automatically take up for each other. But at the same time, she she done stated herself a lot of shit she done did. You know what I mean? This ain't nobody lying on her. She done stated it herself. I done caught a couple of the shows. You know what I mean? Looked at as much as I can look at. Like I don't get caught up in all that shit. You know what I mean? So, but however their relationship is, like everybody got their own relationships. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like I can't fault him for however their relationship is because y'all been together long enough. Y'all been together about 30 years, I think, or some shit like that. 20 some years or something.
yeah.
So y'all know exactly who y'all got.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I
So
agree.
and
But see,
once you let somebody get away with something for so long, pimp, you're not gonna be able to change it, man. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to change them. That's why I don't like. I don't. I'm cool being me from the start. Because
right
if I let you get away with something in the beginning, you're gonna expect to get away with that shit from now on.
from now
You know
on.
what I mean? And so I don't let you the shit that I don't believe in. I don't let you get away with it from day one. You
What?
know what I mean?
Okay, Black. Listen, am I? This is what I want to know, and I see Wanda already done said Chris didn't respond because he was wrong for the joke. I don't feel Chris was wrong for the
No,
joke.
no, 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 no. As a man shout a nigga come slap me, I don't give a damn what I'm wrong for. I'm finna get in your ass.
And,
I'm finna get in your ass. I don't give a fuck about no joke. Fuck that.
because Chris Rock, she said, what does the entanglement have to do with Chris Rock joke? Now, let me ask you, Black. See, and this is what a lot of viewers ain't understand. How many other non-comedians, hosts of other shows, and comedians done made jokes about Jada and Will?
Right.
With the
Right.
entanglement. With the entanglement.
It's been a gang of memes and everything. It's
Now,
been a
all I
gang.
want
All this shit been everywhere.
now I want to ask you this, Black. Where was Will energy when even the View got on it? Where was
Right.
Will energy then, Black? That's what I want to know from you as a man.
Hey man, that's what I'm saying. Like that's like August said that was an arrangement that they had because he said he talked to Will one time or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he talked to Will one time. That's what I'm
About
saying. Like
molesting this man's wife, the way he
right,
molests
right,
her body.
right.
Those were some of
Yeah.
his similar words. The way he
That's why I don't
molests
like
his
I
wife
don't
body.
like on some real shit, man. Don't nobody know what folk got going on behind these closed doors. You know the persona that they show you, but you don't like. I don't put that much faith in celebrities. Probably because I've been one, and I know they just regular people, just like anybody else. Like they like they. It's nothing special about them. They had to put on their pants and shit just like you. They
That's
bleed
it.
red just like you. And
Just
so
like you.
they just got a little money and a little clout.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I mean? So they go through the same problems and everything just like you, man. And see, in that Hollywood lifestyle, man, that Hollywood lifestyle is they play a whole lot of games, man. Like you don't know who for real out there.
What's up, Lakeisha?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now,
Everybody are actors, so you don't know what the fuck going on. A lot of them marriages arranged and all kind of shit, man. So
right,
man,
right.
yeah, I mean, like you never know what's going on. Just like the people that you know, shit, you don't never know what the hell they doing behind them closed doors.
No,
You
no,
know what the
hell
hell
no.
they tell you. You know
I
what I mean?
I agree. I agree. And
So and then like now the shit started because like that's what I'm saying. That's why I believe it was more of a it was more of
Going
hey
on?
there.
what's up? What's up?
Yes,
I think
yes,
it was
yes.
more of a put on, man, because like I say, Chris didn't respond at all. He just looked. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Bill, as a man, especially a black man, ain't nobody finna just come and slap you. Even if you're not a fighter, pimp, the whole world see this shit.
But
You think I'm
that's
gonna
what I'm
let the
saying,
whole
Black.
world see me? No, man. Nah.
Let's back it
That's
up.
why. That's why.
Let's
That's
back
why I
it
say
up.
he got a
Let's
check.
back
He
it up,
got a check.
Blaine.
I guarantee he got a check. I
Blaine,
guarantee you he got a check.
But okay,
let's
Queen.
back it up a little bit. Let's
Oh,
back it up a little bit.
okay,
Let me address some of these things y'all been talking about. I just couldn't type quick enough.
okay.
Now let me say this. I don't agree. Like I'm all about marriage and commitment. I believe in commitment to my
Right.
heart.
Right.
But let me say, we get so caught up, and it goes back to what I've been telling y'all on all these shows.
Mhm.
That's why I always say everybody's relationship is different. See, we only know what we know from the spotlight of what people saying, this,
Right.
this, and that. It's
Right.
hearsay. Now, Will and Jada, it just don't got out in the public, but they've been having an open relationship
That's
from the
it.
day they got married.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
back in the day,
Yeah.
people was talking about that. They just didn't address it till later on. They would
Right.
make little comments about it, but they been had an open relationship. I don't agree with open relationship, so why get married? Just be together, and you do what you want, I do what I want. We don't have to be
Right.
married to
Right.
do that.
Right,
You understand what I'm saying? Why go in matrimony involving a commitment and vows you have said into the Lord? Like, why do that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is nothing new. Only reason I would say this doesn't involve Augustine is because they never hid their open relationship. You see what I'm saying? It's just that it
Right.
got out of
Right.
hand and deeper feelings. Because let me tell you something, Will ain't innocent either. He
Oh
just
no.
he just
Right.
got these
Right.
other
Right.
women, whoever he deal with, he don't got them under control. And if I had to really answer this, let me tell you what I think is going on, just on my opinion.
Mhm.
I feel like now, as Will has gotten older, he's starting to realize he don't no longer want that lifestyle. He really want to settle down and be the man that he really want to be. You understand what I'm saying? But see, that's why I tell people, when you get married, it's how you start out. It doesn't change in the marriage. And I'm going to keep saying that.
I
So when
agree.
they started out with this open relationship, now you can't
Right.
get
Right.
20 years down the road. Now you don't want to do it no more. But the other person
Right.
still want to do it because that's what y'all relationship was built
Built
on.
on.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you could tell Will no longer want to be a part of that because you could tell all these emotions going on with him, and he don't want to be a part of that anymore. But guess who still want to be a part of that? Jada. You
Oh
see what
yeah.
I'm saying?
She
She
she done
still
she done
probably
had the
want to
best
be
of
a
both
celebrate. She
worlds.
still like the open.
Shit. Yeah, she done had the best of both
Exactly. But
worlds.
he no
So
longer want to do
why
that.
would you go back?
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's right to blame her for, and the reason I say that, because so many times, kind of like Black, what we was telling you when me and I can't think of her name, was on the phone, all the different changes women go through and all this.
Oh,
At the
Serena.
end of the day, it's not about checking a woman at the end of the day. Because let me
I
tell you
don't go
what
through all that.
let me tell you, he led his marriage. He did. Y'all just don't
Yeah,
see it.
that's what I said.
When he told her
That's what
it
I
was
said. They had some
okay
kind of
for them
arrangement.
to have an
Yeah.
open relationship, when he told him
Right.
it was okay to have an open relationship, that was the foundation he set for his marriage. That was the beginning right
Right.
there. When he told her he
Right.
agreed to that. Because if Will did not agree to that,
So he led the
he wouldn't have
marriage?
been with Jada. Because let me tell you something, he's a
Hold on,
cheater
Queen,
because
stop.
he cheated on his first wife, and I don't agree with that. Go.
Queen, how is a man leading?
Yes.
And he done agreed to her
Now
terms.
that's what I'm telling you, John. It went over your head. That's what I'm telling you. He did lead. He just didn't lead the way we know it should be the way.
I'm
He
asking.
led the way that he have an open
Okay,
relationship.
okay,
And she
listen.
followed.
Okay,
She
listen.
followed and enjoyed it. He
Hold on.
didn't expect her to
You think the
enjoy it.
open relationship was his idea?
I really do. I do.
How is
I
it his
do.
idea when she said
Because
it was
let me
her
tell
idea?
you something. I heard
Mhm.
before Jada, I have heard so much about Will. Before Jada, I have heard a lot about Will
Yes.
having a lot of women. I'm talking about even before him and Jada tied the knot.
Mm-hmm.
They said he was but she loved him. She fell in love with him. And she, like, I heard that before I even ever heard of her messing around.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying, Queen. The
Uh-huh.
information, and I wish I'm going to go back and search. I'm going to do my due diligence and go back and search. But when she was on, I don't remember if it was the radio or if it
Probably
was somebody actually
red
TV
cup.
show. Huh?
Probably that red cup.
No. This before that.
Oh, okay.
This before that. Because a commentator asked her, said, who idea was it for y'all to have an open relationship? The words came right off her mouth so smooth. She was like, it was my idea. Now, I'm not making her the bad woman, even if it was her idea. Even if it was. Notice, if you notice the time I've been speaking on Black Show, I blame him because he admitted a long time ago, Queen, and he admitted even to today. If you go back just a couple of months ago, he tell you how he was always infatuated about Jada. He tell you
Okay,
that.
my husband will tell you the same thing about me. Like, seriously, since day one, this man been wanting me. But
Right.
that does not change the fact that you got to have your own mind as a man and still lead and know what you want. It goes back to what
But
I
that
said.
ain't what he doing.
No, but we don't know that. You saying that based on his actions and what we see.
Hold
Just
on.
because it's
It's
not
not proof in the pudding, Queen.
I'm telling you, I don't agree with Jada and what she's doing. But what I'm telling you, that could be what he's okay with. That doesn't mean he's not leading. He just okay with his situation. Because you got to think, he been having his pudding a long time. I just
Okay.
feel like he don't want to be a part of that no more. And now it's out of control. That's why they say the bedroom is sacred. It should be
Right.
between two married couples and
True.
not to be entangling other people in your marriage and in your bed.
That's right. I agree.
And what has happened is he have enjoyed this for years. And I believe him and Jaden probably had multiple sex with him and a woman with Jaden and him.
Of
I
course.
think that was the circle going on for a long time. And she ventured out to the penis a little bit more. And it became stressful for him because that's not what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted the idea of, yes, open with a woman, like some men think, not all, but some men think, oh, no, it's okay to be with another woman with a woman, but not a man. But she didn't really want that lifestyle. She wanted a penis. You see what I'm saying? But she was okay with, I believe, now this is my opinion, I believe she was okay with satisfying his desires, but now it's time for her desires, and he became okay with it until feelings started to develop. Jada started develop feelings for certain men. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's where the problem came because he wasn't expecting it to go in that direction. He was okay with it. I'm telling you, he was okay with it. Whether
Yeah,
it was
I can see that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whether it was her idea or his idea, at the end of the day, he made the decision to agree to it for the head of the house. He
Okay.
made the decision.
Okay, listen what I'm saying, Queen. If me and you married from day
Yes,
one, and you come up with, you suggest this, that
yes.
we do a certain thing, and I know that's the only way I can have Queen the way I want to have Queen. I'm asking you, Queen, who just wore the pants in that relationship? You or me?
You did because you made the decision to agree with me and lead. Yes, you did.
No,
You didn't. He didn't stand up.
it is some beta men, what they call them out here,
Yeah,
that
I
pretty
agree.
much do
There are some
what they
beta
woman
men.
want them to do. You know what I
Yes, I
mean?
do. I do
And
agree with you.
that's what we was talking about the other day when I was like, if you're a masculine woman, you're not gonna make it with a masculine man. Like
No.
y'all not gonna make it. You know what I mean? So one of y'all gotta be feminine.
Listen.
You know what I
Well, I
mean?
ain't gonna say that
It don't
because I am an alpha. You can
No,
tell.
I'm saying like where we come from, the man take the lead.
Yeah.
But it's some men that can't take the lead. That's what I'm saying. So in that case, the woman gonna really have masculine energy. I'm not saying she a man. I'm saying, but she gonna have masculine energy. Baby, it ain't but one or two ways.
Listen to what
Either
I'm saying.
one of y'all have to be masculine, one of y'all have to be feminine.
No, because that
Now,
means I've been having
I
masculine energy since I've been a kid. And let me
yes,
tell you where it
yes,
comes
yes,
from. Let me tell
yes,
you where it comes
yes, you
from. It
do.
goes back to what I'm saying about guiding your kids. And like how our daughter is now,
Okay.
she's the same way. It's because my father was deeply enrooted in my life. He taught me how to be a
Yeah.
woman, but be strong about what I feel. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
My
agree.
Yeah.
mother taught
Yeah.
me how to be a young lady, but still be strong in what I feel. So the
But I'm
combination of
saying,
our two parents did that. Not every woman
no,
has that.
I'm saying when I say you have masculine energy, I'm not saying you're anything close to a man. Like we said this one night when we was talking, and you was like your husband more laid back, and you more aggressive.
Right.
And I'm
Yes.
like, baby, that okay. That mean you the one that had the masculine energy in the relationship.
Now until
I'm
you
not
make
saying
him
I'm
mad.
not. Yeah, I'm saying, but no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about between y'all. I'm talking
Yeah.
about between y'all. Now, any man, I don't give a damn how laid back he is. If you attack his wife, yeah, the man gonna step up. I'm not
Right.
down that. I'm talking about when it comes to y'all
Yeah, but the difference with us is
because
that Black, the difference with us is that you remember I told you, me and my husband talk about everything. Even with me having the
yeah,
energy
no,
that
baby,
I have, he's the
I'm not
lead.
saying I'm not saying that. I'm saying that might be the arrangement y'all have, but you have more masculine energy than he do.
I can
He
agree to
see
that,
that.
but it don't change him
That's all.
leading.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
I didn't say it changed it.
Okay. Let's
I
ask
didn't
her
say
And
this.
it
that's what I'm
changed it.
saying about Will.
Okay. Let's ask Queen this, Black.
Okay.
You and your husband talk about everything, right?
Yes, we do.
How long y'all been married?
It'll be 20 years June 1st.
20 years. Have he ever, or have you ever, whether y'all jokingly said it, and I mean really jokingly,
Yeah, yeah.
or have one of y'all ever proposed somebody coming into y'all relationship?
No, because we don't believe in that.
Okay, now listen.
Never.
Good. Now listen to what I'm saying. Tell me right now, honestly, I'm talking, I need your honest opinion.
Okay.
If you floated the idea, knowing your husband the way you know, we don't need you to say nothing,
Yeah,
just for
I know what you're saying.
right. Tell me right now if your husband came with the idea. Better yet, let's do it the same way.
Like
If
if he
you
came
came
with
to
the
your
idea,
husband right now with the idea that you want to bring another woman into your, tell us how your husband will react.
oh, he'll flip out. He'll be like, we're not gonna be together if that's what you want to do.
Now, listen to what I'm saying. Now let's go back to the first year y'all got married. If you had said that the first year, what was gonna be his same
I already know we wouldn't be together because before, let me give you an example. The reason why I know this, but that's because that's our foundation. He don't believe in that. We'll believe in cheating. He cheated
okay,
on his first wife,
I
so
know
what
that.
you
I'm saying
expect?
if y'all
But,
if
So
y'all
but
let me
was
listen to
give
what
you
I'm
an example.
saying,
Example
Queen.
what happened before we got married. So I had a friend, a close friend. He used to like me, but he realized it could never be a relationship. So we just became friends for like 6, 7, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he still would call, and I always said, "Oh, that was Stacy, baby," or something like that. But one day, Stacy kept calling me. He kept calling me, and I'm like, "Dang, why Stacy keep calling me so many times?" I wonder what's wrong with him. So my husband, like, him. I thought Stacey was a girl. So the whole time he thought Stacey was a girl. I think that's right before we got ready to get married. He like, oh, we ain't getting married because you trying to. I said, let me tell you something. First of all, I never told you Stacey was a girl. I always said just the name Stacy. And I said, just like if you say something about a name, I don't care if it's Stacy sound like a girl or a guy name. I'm gonna ask, is that a girl or a guy? That's just me. I
Mm-hmm.
said, so I never told you Stacy was a girl. You assume Stacy was a girl. And he had to sit back and think, because I'm telling you this example, because even in that situation, he'd be like, well, we ain't getting married if you cheating on me. I'm like, first of all, I don't do no cheating and I'm not cheating. Stacy have always been a friend, and he knew of Stacy. He just assumed Stacy was a girl the whole time.
Right.
So I already know he would not agree to having an open relationship.
Right.
That's because our morals and our vows meant so much to us. And
Right.
where we said words to God first before anything. You know what I'm saying? And we value marriage. We definitely value marriage. But see, I can't say the same about Will and Jane because they both said they don't believe. They didn't say they didn't believe in God, but they did say they don't believe. You know what I'm saying? They got a different belief.
I
So we
have
got to
heard
take
that.
that in consideration because they did. Both of them said that.
But I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you how Will is not the leader that your husband is. Just listen to what I'm saying. Not
Okay.
because he don't believe, whether he believe or don't. Let me show you the one thing that your husband. And I noticed this when we was on Black Them podcast the first time.
Uh-huh.
Okay. See, I'm referencing off that because I was waiting. I was wondering if you was gonna say something different.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh no.
when the way you strategically described him when we was on the show, that's why I made references through you. So I got the answer that I figured I was gonna get.
Yeah.
So I'm starting with that. And this is what I'm saying about a leader. When if you knew you, and we talking about you now, Queen, you knew you couldn't bring that to your husband. Why? Because you already know how he is in his mind. You see what I'm saying? Like he ain't gonna, as much as he loved Queen Sweat draws.
He would leave. He would leave. He'd be like, nah, I ain't with that.
Now, listen to what I'm saying by Will is not a leader of a household, especially that one. And I'm not blaming Jada. I'm just letting you know where he deuces at. See, you looking at it as an agreement. I'm trying to show you where his infatuation was of the agreement. So he wasn't leading shit. Yeah, it's known. He known for cheating. But he knew the only woman that he could not have, and the only way he could have her, guess what he had to agree with?
Open relationship.
See, listen, no open relationship. You don't see Will and Jada together right here in 2022. You don't see that. You never gonna see that. Why? Because he didn't agree to her terms. And that's the point I'm getting to. He had to agree to her terms. He ain't leading shit.
I don't know. I still feel like when he got with her, I don't know if they were cheating together, but it was some cheating going on. And so to me, if you're already cheating on I'm just using this as an example. If a woman get with you or a man get with you, you already cheating on your spouse, right? If you're married. Okay. You can't disagree with no open relationship. You cheating already. So because I know that you are a cheater as a woman, because y'all forget, Jada probably wanted him just as bad. How you know she didn't say, I agreed to, or I put it out there? Because she already knew Will was a cheater. And to protect her heart, to protect her heart, and she still wanted to be with him. Okay, I just put open relationship out there, see if he want, and so if he agree with that, then I mentally can handle him messing around. Opposed to his first wife, he cheated on her, and Jada probably not with that cheating thing, but because she was okay, well, okay, let me go ahead and agree to open relationship and see what that sounds good to him. Yeah, she probably did come up with it if she, she said that, but we don't know the rhythm behind that. Everybody keeps saying Will in love. How y'all don't know Jada not so in love with Will that she was willing to have that open relationship? But the problem is, I'm going back to what I said. He wasn't expecting her to enjoy it as much as she has. That's where the problem comes. That's where the problem comes. I'm telling you, that's where the problem comes.
I can believe that. And then as you get older and y'all done been together so long, you probably sick of it. Like you ain't gonna keep doing this shit the rest of your life.
I go back.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about him.
Okay, yeah.
Like it's certain, like you say, she having a ball. So yeah, she ain't gonna want to cut it off. Yeah, I'm saying so she's not gonna want to cut it off. But that's what I'm saying. Like however you start that motherfucker and whatever agreement y'all had, you gotta keep it like that. You gotta keep it player. So if you know what I mean, if that's the agreement y'all had. Like when somebody get tired, hey man, the other person, that don't mean they tired. Exactly. And I tell people, relationships are two people. It ain't just you. It's two people. Yes. So even when you're ready to give up, that don't mean the other person ready to give up.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
that's true.
Hey man,
I think he stuck his foot in the wrong spot, and it came.
No, I think he just.
I can see where you come from.
I think he done invested so much, and they've been together so long that me get tired of that shit, Shawty. We really do.
Yeah.
Well, she
Like we
said the
don't,
same
like we
thing.
not, we hold our so-called woman, our wife, or whatever, to such high
Standards.
that, hey man, we not gonna allow this shit. Not like
I'm
for
telling you,
me,
he was
I couldn't.
okay
I'm
with
saying
it.
for me, I couldn't have did it. But
Right.
like he been putting up this shit for a long ass time, so he probably
Yeah,
tired
but
of that shit
remember,
because
he was okay with
it's
the
causing
woman.
too much shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
I mean, he was okay with it when it was him
what,
and Jada and the woman. I'm
I'm
telling you.
saying that's cool, but that's when they was able to keep that shit on the hush.
Yes.
Now
Right.
it's too much of that shit getting out, and
Yeah.
they got a whole lot to goddamn lose.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Both of them.
Well,
Yeah.
they
You
did
know what
say
I
I
mean?
that
agree.
on the red table. They did say that on the red table when they brought them together with
Yeah,
the,
but I'm
you know, they said they're never going to get a divorce because they do have a lot invested, and it's
yeah,
more like a
but I'm
partnership.
saying, but him as a man, he probably looking at all the shit he got invested and watching what she doing, and now it's not even private no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that makes a difference. Like if I'm looking like a bitch behind the scene, that's one thing. Now if I'm looking like a bitch in front of everybody, now that's a whole other goddamn problem we got to deal with.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean? Like,
I guess
can't
that's
try
what
and
it
to
I
was
check.
tell
with.
every woman, I'm saying,
But
like,
you
I tell
try to
every
say
woman
he
that
should check Jaden. My thing is check yourself because you created this
no,
monster.
I'm saying, what I'm saying, both of them they need to be grown. They need to sit their head down and talk and figure out
Yeah,
what the
they
hell
do.
they want to do.
They
You
do.
know
Right.
what I mean? Like, that's one thing I never understood. How the hell two grown folk can't never talk?
But
You
see,
know what I mean?
But did
Okay.
y'all hear what Jada said? Like she actually said this. Her and Will was on the thing. She said she is like that's why she stay in that little hut. He got the whole land built for her and all this. She said on and Will admitted it. She said she don't like to be in the limelight. She always had this phobia. She did what she did, but then you know how you would never see Jada even back in the day. You'll
Right.
see her
That's
when
what
she
I'm saying.
but you will always
That's
see
what I'm
Will
saying.
in the spotlight because she says she's not that person. She's really a stay-at-home person. Will like to go places and like to be out in the limelight. Like so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When they could keep it private, it was better. Now that it's becoming public, it's becoming a problem.
right.
That's my whole point. Now that it's out the bag, now that shit becoming more headache. Everybody fucks with them. Everybody. You know what I mean? So now on a man, that wears a man down. I'm telling you. That's
yeah.
why I say he probably tired of all the shit
I
that's
think it
going
only
on now.
became
Not just about her.
I think it only became public because the feelings in which a new relation because like I said, they've been doing this. I think the
Yeah.
feelings in which she got involved with Augustin, his feelings was so hurt because he ain't the first celebrity, probably.
Yeah, but
But his feelings was so hurt and involved that
but
it
if he's
became
sleeping with
public
her,
from him.
if he's sleeping with her often, niggas catch feelings just like y'all catch feelings.
Right.
Yeah,
Every that they can handle certain shit, and every woman says she can handle certain shit until they get their ass put in them situations.
that's
If
true.
you ain't never been in that situation, you don't know what the hell you can handle.
That's true.
Like
That's
it's very few women that I done dated that did end up catching feelings. And they all say, well, no, we just gonna keep, we gonna do this. Okay, but then that thing, you know, once you hit them right, okay, now they feeling change.
That's true.
Because now they finding something rare. Okay, now that you're rare to them, now they more falling in love with you because you're rare. You're not like every other man that they done dated.
And it's something more permanent, which Wanda
Right.
was like, Wanda say you can't blame one or the other, but she finished it up with some men hold standards, but what was their standards?
That's
And
what
what
I'm saying.
Shut
That's
up.
the same point I'm making. Like, we
I'm
we
saying,
don't agree with their standard and how they did it because I really don't agree with that. I just feel like why
Yeah.
y'all get married?
no, but
Period.
I don't
Just single.
like. But that's
And see, this
if
is
both
what
of them came to the same conclusion and the same agreement. I don't care what they do. That's them.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's why people fuck up at. Y'all really trying to live your life through these people.
And
you need to fix your own shit at your goddamn house.
But see, look, Black,
instead of worrying about this shit.
I agree.
But see, look, Black, you got people, just like you said, looking at their relationship, and they trying to base their relationship off the same way theirs ran. See, this happening all the way around the world. This ain't just in Western America. This from the Eastern Hemisphere back to the West. So this is why I'm saying, by me being around multiple women, and I'm telling you, I've been around some women. And yes, I've been with some women. And I'm not saying that for bragging. I'm really not. I don't learn those was just piss poor decisions. But this is the point I'm getting to. A man has to learn to be ahead of all things, whether he's single or whether he's involved. And I'm sitting here
telling self-control.
I have seen this script that I'm seeing with Will and Jada right outside of this door. And I've seen the same similar actions that he did. And what he did, I'm going to tell you what I give it a term. He shoplifted the pussy. See, and what I mean by that is,
I know what you mean by that.
Jada put out an ultimatum because she knew. See, listen, you got to watch her whole back history. Jada, true enough, was coming up, but she wasn't no entertainer like no Will Smith. She had already seen how hard it was to get through that door. Then the real love of her life go through a tragic death.
Yeah, because she was in love with Tupac.
She was so in love mentally. It got so disturbing. But guess who had been infatuated that whole time? Just guess. It's Will. And she knew, as the woman, as the young lady growing to be, because you got to remember, they're in a different atmosphere. They're in the same world, but they're in a different goddamn bracket and atmosphere than we in. And she was like, how do I get this shit to be a win for me? And as they got older,
I'm just listening to you, but I don't agree because
Queen, listen. This ain't nothing that I ain't saw from no other women. See, that's why I know this behavior from her. Listen, I'm not saying. Listen, the same piss poor.
Some player ass women out there
dealing with all these women. This was a piss poor ass decision by her because she was playing to win. You got to see how many women she done saw on an entertainment level that's done lost.
But how y'all know Will was playing to win because Jada might not have been at his level income, but she was out there. She was getting on like really quick.
I agree, but understand, I'm letting you know from a male point of view.
Okay.
He had an infatuation. See, she knew that. She knew, put it like this here. He was really a lame, but he was smooth in Hollywood.
Yeah.
See, understand the shit that he got away with in Hollywood. He wasn't gonna be able to stay in West Philadelphia and do that shit. That shit wasn't gonna fly in West Philadelphia, where he from. He just wasn't gonna. He wasn't smooth enough. But once you get him out here to LA, they ain't seen this. Listen, he mixing this shit what he got from West Philadelphia. He see that these people are slow in a way as far as how he want to sexualize them. But yet he get trapped up. I'm just giving y'all the speed version. Same shit that I done seen from Atlanta to New York, from Chicago to Texas. The same behavior. And so when he see that the people here around is a little slower of what he really trying to be after, he say, okay, I got this. Now notice Jada see this because Jada been around the best of them.
Of course.
So when Jada see it, right, but see, when Jada see it, but she see, oh, this nigga really infatuated about me.
Yeah.
And he
There's
right
some player ass women out there. I know so.
He on his way right here.
I got you, but at the same time, because she knew he was infatuated, she knew he was a cheater. Because even if she thought about like what you're saying, she used his cheating to allow him to do what he want to do, but still get him at the same time. That part you cannot leave out.
I
will agree with you. I will agree with
some women. Some women know how to play the game, Jada. Like some women know how to play the game. It's a player. There's some player ass women out there that you wouldn't think of. Now she knew by him being infatuated with her. If she did let him go out and do this thing, that means she ain't got to do that much with him. But she just want to control
Yeah,
her.
but at the same time,
She just want. No. Like I don't pay a judgment on nobody's relationship. I'm just telling you how the shit can go because I've seen it myself. Like I told you, I was Jody for a number of years, so I know how this shit go. I don't see women do their goddamn thing now, just to hang out with me. So I know how this shit can go. But when they know that they got a nigga fucked up, they know what they can if they can get him a little something that he want, but they can control him and control access to everything he got. Hey, baby, they don't give a fuck about that. Like it's some player ass women out here too now, and I don't knock them because if you can find you a sucker ass nigga, hey, be my guest, sweetheart. Get that nigga. You know what I mean? But
she saw a duck that
that's why I say. That's why I say. I know they probably had some kind of arrangement.
Wait, coming from a woman's point of view, because y'all said from a male. I don't see men act like they less than to get that woman to have that.
Yes, I'm saying there's some people got some game out here that know how to do what the fuck they want to do.
On the red table, Jada was talking about control, and she felt like Will had been trying to control her over the years. And it almost sounds, she didn't say it outright, but it was almost like she was saying she was tired of being controlled. That's almost like what she was saying.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying, he probably went in one way manipulating, but see, he also had a plan. He also had a plan.
Of course, I never said he didn't have one.
Right.
I'm saying life is a game itself.
It's a gamble.
So you either a player or you get played.
Right. But see, I'm going with you, Queen. On one end, just like you said. Oh, hold on. Black said he to the point now he tired.
Yeah, he is. I agree.
But guess what?
No more.
That door been open.
Exactly.
And she do not. Yeah. And this is why I'm agreeing with you, Queen. She has said that Will been controlled. See, now she done found out his control booth.
Exactly.
And so guess what? No, nigga, I'm finna eliminate your control booth. See, you control me good enough right here. Yes. But I'm saying at the beginning, she had the control. Will just found a way to kind of flip it a little bit in his favor. And now she's reflipping it to where it was always at. And it's back in her favor. And listen, I'm not against that. I'm with Black. Listen, she, hands down, I bow down to her on that. She's supposed to pluck them because he was a lame. And I mean that. I'm not saying that just because of the shit. I'm saying it because this nigga left his first home. You see what I'm saying? See,
I agree with you. That's what
I'm right there with it. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. This nigga left his first home.
Yes.
To go be destructive in somebody else's life and cause a second destructive home.
Yes.
See, that's where I'm going with this.
See, that's where I'm going too. And that's what I'm telling you. When I say people, you know how I told you guys, people are who they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Will put on this crying. And so I do believe he do need help. Now, I will say that. I do believe that. But let me tell you something too. I do also believe that Will made the decision as a man. Yes, he might have been infatuated with her. Yes, I get it.
Yes.
But during that time in his younger days, he still wanted to wild out. It just is what it is.
Yeah. I'm saying the Hollywood is a fool, especially when you're on that level.
That's what I'm saying, because he wanted to
you got access to a whole lot out there.
So this why I say he did lead her. She might have came up with, I just truly believe she agreed to it because she, like what you said, John, she wanted to level up. So to level up, she was agreeing to open relationships. She put it out there because just like a man know kind of what a woman want, a woman kind of driving what a man want. Right. So she already knew Will left his first wife, cheated on her, left his son. So he wanted to be out there. He still want, and I believe they had that conversation where he felt like, well, I want to be married, but I don't want the same marriage I had where I was restrained, da 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 da. Because he don't said that himself
Mm-hmm.
in previous interviews
Yes.
that here was him. It wasn't his first wife. He wanted to be out there. Well, you soon married Jaden. You still want to be out there. It's just that she found a concession that she can deal with you, and the deal for her was to allow you to have an open relationship so you could still go out there, enjoy yourself, and she has agreed to that, so she was okay with it. I don't think she was at the point of dabbling as much as he was at the time, but as the time went on, baby, she was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, he been messing with all these girls. She probably times she don't cry on her pillow about it, even though she agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then now she started dabbling out and said, oh, okay, I could did it feel kind of good. You know what I'm saying? But now Will is older now. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He's
that's what I'm saying. He
older
done
now.
got tired. He
He's
done
not.
got tired.
But I guarantee you, if he went tired, Will still be out in those streets, mess with all those different women,
Like
doing things.
I don't necessarily think he tired of the women. I think he tired of all the negative attention that they getting now. Like
Right.
I say, when it was private, that's something different. Now they live cameras don't goddamn stop.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Them cameras always on. They gonna always find you. They following every footstep you make. So
Yep.
now they because they know it's always a story there.
Yeah.
And yes, as a man gonna get tired of that shit because it's probably stressing him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I say, man, and they act so well. Like you don't never know what's real in this shit. Like that
Right.
nigga, we don't know how to cry on the goddamn dime. He
Yeah.
probably like,
He's a
boy,
he's a
I
he's
let
agree.
an
me
actor.
goddamn
He's an
let
actor.
me let me hit one of two deals on they motherfucking ass.
And not only
Hey
that,
man,
one to say they all need help.
And like I go
yeah,
back
they
to,
do.
I mean, I
Like
really don't like speaking on
The Hollywood.
nobody kids like that. But the reason I said what I said, because I said, I do agree with John about, having those kids with, the problems that they're having. But you know what? It's because of their free household. They have spoke about having a open,
Yeah,
free
that's right.
household. And where there's
Yeah.
no boundaries, you soon to have destruction in a household, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
have to have
of course.
boundaries in your relationship with your spouse. You have to have boundaries for your kids. And when you don't have those boundaries set for them, I mean, it could be anything. Then they don't know it caused confusion for them because
Right.
they never knew boundaries and um to the amount of like, okay, your actions, there is a reaction that's not always good. So now because they're experiencing these so-called boundaries, sometimes it becomes stressful for them because you got to remember they parents have
Mm-hmm.
money. So if you don't have boundaries and your parents have money, you don't get it when those boundaries present itself. It becomes stressful for you
Right.
because you have never been taught responsibilities and boundaries. Because Will and Jada House openly spoke, oh, where we are open household, we let them express themselves. Yeah, you're going to express yourself to a limit. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? You can't just do what you want to
Yeah,
do
but
in
you
the
got to
house.
watch what you're doing in front of them too. Like y'all probably
I
Exactly.
doing
agree.
everything in
I
front of them
agree.
And
kids,
that's what
man.
I'm saying.
And
There
them
was no
kids got
boundaries
access to all
in that
kind of
house.
little like that Hollywood. That Hollywood is a fool. I'm telling you, Hollywood is a
Yeah.
fool. And if you're a child of Hollywood, hey man, they get you early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's my
they
thing.
they they get at your ass real early. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
ain't no
And
telling
that's
what them kids done seen, what them kids done been through. Like when
exactly.
Will was kissing Jaden in the mouth and all that shit years
Yeah.
ago. Like, come on, player.
Right. Right.
That ain't. I
That
had
ain't what a man do. Straight up.
nah.
That ain't
That
what
I
a
don't
man
even kiss
do.
my daughters like that.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
But
nah,
his
nah,
even
nah.
his first son, went through a whole kind of even his first son with, from his first marriage, he went through a whole type of depression thing between the situation with his, mom and dad,
Yeah,
splitting and finding
yeah.
out, so much of the truth as he got older. And they have spoke on it, like where Will say that his ex and him had a really bad relationship, like it was toxic. You know, his first wife. Of course, it's gonna be toxic. You did all this cheating, but he did agree, and even the ex-wife acknowledged that Jada was the one who got them together to come, you know, come in a place where they can talk and speak and do better for their son and stop making it about them too. And even the ex-wife even kind of spoke on that back in the day, saying that she did play a role in it. You know what I'm saying? But I just think Will is the common denominator. At the end of the day, he was a cheater. And he was a cheater. He caused a lot of destruction for two households. You know, whether we want to say he was leading or not, he was leader. He might not been the, you know, it's just like having a president. It's like having a president like Trump was our president. He wasn't a great leader, but he still was the leader. He was the leader. I'm not saying he led like he was supposed to, but at the end of the day, he still was the leader of both households. And he failed. He failed.
Yeah, he did that. He did. I definitely can't disagree with that. The only thing I can honestly add that I still need people to actually take a look and see. Like me and Queen, I think Black agreed, you know, his leadership was piss poor. Yes. On both ends. Yeah. Now, I understood more with his first previous wife, to be honest with you, because when you marry at 19 or 20, I'm telling people, I didn't know shit at 19 or 20.
I wouldn't do that.
You see what I'm saying? 20, 21, 22, 23. I don't know a motherfucking thing. I'm just going to be real. I don't give a fuck if I got $1 trillion. Unless I really got the hand of God helping me move, there's no way this household can have a solid foundation. That's you know true. What I'm saying? That the words we're saying, like as far as morals, respect, a code of conduct, it has to be built on things like that. And if it's not, this household is going to be disruptive. So we saw that in his first marriage. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And then he leave his first marriage and go into a second one, and it's disruptive at the same way as the first one. Yes. So what I'm trying to get women to see here is that this man could not lead.
Women and men now. Men, because some of them need to know how to lead too.
But right now, I just want to stick on the men. Listen, I understand we have an agreement about what Jada may have been more faster, more knowledgeable, and she did help manipulate the situation in her favor. And I'm with Black. She saw a duck, she plucked him. It's his fault that he got plucked. I can't blame Jada for maybe this much, even though she gonna get this much. Yes. I got to blame him this much.
I agree.
For her not being able to get this much.
I agree.
It's on him. Because
he was the leader.
On the man.
He was the leader.
He is the leader. And he did a piss poor job.
I agree.
And he come back again with another piss poor fucking job.
I agree.
And you got 3 kids and 2 women that has people who have saw his leadership around the world, and you got households following the same shit, which means if he in piss poor leadership right now, it's tens of millions who done followed this same shit what they got, because I see it all online. Oh, the power couple. Oh, this couple. Oh, they like this couple, which let me know. Oh, y'all following something about this household. So that means, boy, you done disrupted not only 2 households, boy, you got tens of millions and you don't even know it. Done followed your same shit. And that's where I'm going with this. And that's
but then I'm gonna add to that. And you saying you got tens of millions following this celebrity, don't know nothing about this man. This man ain't even talked to you spiritually. You know, ain't gave you no type of guidance, but you follow him based on what it looked like, you know, celebrity style. Right. That tells me right there, you ain't a leader as a man.
You got a weak ass household anyway.
Because ain't no way me looking at a celebrity or my husband looking at a celebrity finna lead our household. First of all, even when we talk to people that are in relationship or are looking to be married, we'll guide them. And like one time we was talking to one, because they was like, man, I wish our relationship like you. Before me and my husband said it together, we like, no, Don't ever wish your relationship to be like somebody else because you don't know different people's trials.
That's right.
What you
That's
can
right.
say is that I want to work in my marriage to have the longevity as you guys have. But to be like us, you don't want to be like nobody. You want to build your own foundation that's fitting
right.
for your household. Because at the end of the day, when you build your temple based on somebody else's temple, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna fall because it ain't gonna be steady. It's not gonna be steady because you didn't build that foundation based on what works for your household. You know what I'm saying? You try to build it based on what worked for somebody else, and you didn't even know all the pieces, and you just looking over here trying to figure it out. And next thing you know, you at the top, your stuff start falling. You be like, well, I was trying to see what they did, and I thought I did. No, you didn't, because that's not your household and that's not your life. So you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle.
Right.
You got a couple of them that made it build, but before long it started getting a little shaky. That thing gonna fall and crumble. And that's why it's important when you have a relationship with a female, with building a relationship towards marriage, or some people don't want to get married, but you just in a long-term relationship. You got to make sure you're not mimicking anyone else. And you said what works for you guys. And I continuously have said that in our conversations. That works for my husband and I. What works for us might not work for the next couple, but I'm telling you our experience that worked for us. Now you got to figure out what works for you. And I will say this with Jaden and Will. I feel like they were two broken people. Jaden had not got over Tupac. She was still hurting profusely. This lady still talk about this man. I feel like she was still hurting profusely. I think that she needed that time to really heal, to get to know who she was, and to get through that. I feel like Will was still going through the turmoil of his ex-wife because he entered a new marriage, still having problems with his ex-wife, and didn't have that under control. So now you coming in with a new relationship. And I believe both of them came in broken. That's just my thought on that. And they didn't give themselves the time that they need. And it goes back to what I said. When I got my husband, I had been celibate for a year and a half. And I did that because I know I needed to heal myself internally and be able to think clear to whatever decision I make move forward. If I had got with him before then, that thing wouldn't have lasted as long as it has now, because I was not ready mentally. I could have said yes, but I would not have been ready to marry anybody because I wasn't in the right mindset. I was, just everywhere with how I was thinking. So I still think that self growth and all that is so important, but we don't want to do the work. Everybody want this.
Yeah, people don't want to do no work now.
They don't want to do it. They want to be like, no, because you gonna go. Let me tell you something. I went through sadness. I went through loneliness. I went through all those emotions with being celibate, but that was the cleansing process. It's just like somebody who's on drugs or alcoholic. They have to go through the cleansing process to get to where they need to be. You can't avoid the cleansing process.
Right.
That's right.
You cannot. You got to detox. So it's the same thing with being in a relationship or getting out of a relationship. You have to detox. Because if you don't, that's why they be saying, this man carried baggage in this next relationship, but this woman carried baggage. You know why you carry baggage? Because you never gave yourself time to detox. You want to be in another relationship so bad because you was going through the lonely phases.
Right. Yeah, some people scared to be by themselves.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, a lot of people scared to be by themselves. You know what I mean? Like I knew a dude that he had to have a girl. As soon as he get out of one relationship, he run into another. I'll be like, player, damn.
Right.
Pimp. And then whatever you're looking for, they can't give it to you, pimp. That shit is within you. You gotta be happy with your damn self. You know what I mean? Before you can make anybody else happy.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And like when I talk to a lot of women, I always ask them how do they relax or what do they do to just release and have fun. And a lot of them don't know. Like a lot of women holler, they bring a man peace. Well, baby, you don't have any peace in your life. So how you gonna bring some peace with your whole life chaotic? You know what I mean? So hey man.
And the peace got to be within. You can't bring peace to nobody.
That's
like
right.
You could think you bringing peace, but if they got turmoil internally going on in their own body, their own brain, no matter what you do, you can't bring that to them. Like, I don't care if I would have married my husband before I went through my own personal growth. I don't care. He could have been giving me the world, and I still want to enjoy it because
Nope,
it's
that's right.
internal.
That's
People
right.
have to deal with themselves first. That's just like
Right.
when I asked John, when I asked you guys, and I said, "Wait a minute, guys, this is my baby." I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute, this is my daughter calling me. Amanda, I'm at the house. I'm gonna call you back. Okay, I'll see you in again. Love you. Okay.
Oh, that's so
Like when I asked,
damn cute.
you know, she had to call me.
Nah, I'm
Like,
just messing with you.
like when I asked John and I asked you two, Black, I said, why are you guys, pretty much not married? One thing I can say, y'all both was honest about it. Like y'all was very honest and very. I like the fact that John was honest and said, "I'm not that." Pretty much, I still like women. Pretty much, in so many words, but not to the extent that where he was. But he was honest. That's about being honest with yourself. Black, you said
Oh yeah.
right now. I don't think nobody's ready to deal with me yet, and I don't know if I'm at that place. Pretty much, I'm just summing stuff
Right.
up. And
Yeah.
I can respect that because to me, let me tell you what I think about both of you guys. I think you guys are very intelligent. I think that you are a great. I don't know y'all personally, but just from our interaction on these videos and the live, y'all are at a place where y'all are almost there. Because let me tell you, to get almost there, that's when you could be honest about where you are, the place you are in your life. See, if y'all would have been saying, well, these women ain't, saying instead of internally talking about yourself, I was like, nah, they ain't there. They still got a long way to grow. But because y'all put that on yourself and where you are in your life and not blaming nobody, that's called self-growth. And that's the part that I'm saying people don't want to do. Y'all don't know it yet, but y'all are really almost there. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool.
you know,
I'm good. Like for me, I'm just trying to enjoy life.
yes,
Whatever time I got left, I'm trying to enjoy. If you can be a part of my life and I can still enjoy my life, you are welcome to be a part of my life. But I
yes,
will not go through a bunch of shit just because you're in my life.
yes.
Like a lot of people think drama is love.
Yeah.
No,
I never
no,
understood that. Like if you
no,
love me, don't give me so much shit to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm already dealing with a lot of shit. So I don't
yes,
need no extra shit. But
no,
if you got peace in your life and like now the person I deal with now, I'm actually getting her to understand what life is about and how to have some
yes,
peace in her life. Like I'm like, even when we together, I don't always have to do nothing. Like Shadow,
yes,
not say I just like peace and rest. Like I
Yeah.
can sit right here and not do shit. I'm
yep,
trying to give my mind a break. You know what
yes,
I mean? I'm like, cause
no, no, no.
we always on go at all
Yes,
times. Especially if you got kids, you always worried about your kids nonstop. You know what I
exactly.
mean? You got to deal with life. You got to deal with all this crazy ass shit that you have to deal with when you go outside your door. The last thing I'm gonna deal with is some shit when I'm at home.
Yes,
Right.
Like I gotta have some peace, and if I have to be by myself to get that peace, hey man, I'm gonna get
yeah.
it.
I wanted to say
I'm
this
gonna get it.
too. I want to use this example too. This is another example who had an open relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
they never
Thank you,
really
Mom.
said they never really said it, but they did say it. Um, but they realized, and he realized, hey, and he was the same way. Tiny and Ti. Tiny
Yeah,
agreed to
yeah,
that
yeah.
because and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Sometimes as women, we would sacrifice some things that
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't. She sacrificed because she loved Ti. But
Right.
guess what? It
Right.
became so toxic to the point
Yeah.
that she had to do self growth and realize not that she was going to change him. But she was go ahead and bow out and get a divorce because she wasn't looking to change him because it was his choice when he was ready. But she knew he probably wasn't ready. So let me go ahead and get this divorce. And then he could go ahead and she wasn't trying to tell him to change. But she knew if that's what he wanted to do, she was no longer open to that type of life. She was no now at first she was now. But now she was no, as she got older, she didn't want to do that anymore.
Right.
But guess what? He also realized, he started to realize, you know what? Where am I real? I did this in my younger days. At what point are you gonna grow as a man?
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? And I really do believe, like this point in their life, I see more of a marriage with them, like where they have grown, and it's beyond that messing with this girl and all that and all this.
And
Like
they getting out of the limelight too. Like they getting out of that Hollywood shit now.
Yeah.
They're getting out of that Hollywood shit. Like that Hollywood put strain on a whole lot of shit. Like Hollywood is a fool, man.
T.I. has grown too.
I'm saying,
I agree.
Yeah, because he's not, like, he don't got to do a stand-up comedy now.
Yeah.
See, when you ain't got to live up to that lifestyle of being a rapper and being a trap rapper, being a real nigga, when you don't have to live up to that shit no more, you can relax a little bit. You can start seeing the shit that you done worked on all these years, and you can start enjoying this shit instead of just going through the motions. Like that Hollywood shit, I'm telling you, like I didn't get that deep into it, but I do know enough to know that Hollywood is a lot of shit you have to do that you might not even agree with, man.
Now you know what? I definitely agree with you, but I really believe he had never experienced Tiny to the point.
But he was also holding up an image. That's what I'm saying. You were holding up an image. A lot of times we don't even realize what we got because we have. And I said this too. Most people live for what people around them, for what they think about them. They don't really live the life that they really want to live. Everybody really feel like they got an image to uphold when you don't.
You don't.
Like if motherfucker can't deal with the real me, I don't. I'm not like I can't act that good.
Yes,
I can't act that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
gonna be me regardless.
Because I don't know how to be anybody but me. Like I don't really know.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
I have totally stopped hanging with certain women before because they say I'm too outspoken and all that. Well, that's part of who I am. I'm just being me. Like I'm going to ask questions if I don't understand, and I'm not embarrassed of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right.
I'm just not one of those type women that sit around and just go along with all the girls and we're gonna be. That's just not me. Like I don't.
Most people are followers anyway. They scared to leave. They just want to be told what to do so they can get there. Like when I was locked up, I didn't do a whole lot of time, but when I was locked up, I seen how you can get institutionalized because everything is so structured. They tell you get up, go to sleep, take a bath. When you eat, they tell you everything. You know what I mean? So I see how, not saying if you're weak, but if you're more of a follower, I see how you can get institutionalized.
Listen,
but you know what I mean? So it's not hard. Like most people don't want to have the headache of making a decision.
Yep.
Yeah.
With every decision, there's some consequences.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't want that role of making decisions. They'll rather let you tell them what to do. So that way, if something don't go right, they don't have to be accountable.
They don't have to be accountable.
Right.
But I do believe that when Tiny took a stand, because I believe she got tired. It's just the reality. She got tired.
No, and right. Everybody gonna get tired.
Yeah, when she took, but some people get tired and stay in. Mm-hmm. She got tired and realized I'm not going to.
Yeah, that's because that's where they're comfortable at.
Yeah, I'm not going to. We have been together for years. We do have kids together, but I'm going to bow peacefully and I'm gracefully and allow you to do what you want to do because your life, this is the life that I bought into it, but I don't no longer want to be a part of that.
Right.
So, but see, then he realized, wait a minute. There's no substance out here. I have substance in my household right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But see, he had to do a reality check and change his way of thinking about women, about how he operate. And believe it or not, it seems like just from him doing that, now he doing big projects, and making out his whole business and his mind. It elevate his business too.
It did.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's not trying to live. He's not trying to be a street nigga no more.
Yeah. No,
because he don't have to live that image no more.
No,
right, that's what I'm saying.
A leader. See, then he was a leader. But he don't realize he he was a follower.
No,
But
I'm saying, but boo, this what I'm saying. Like when you don't have to live in that atmosphere no more, you can sit back and realize what you done accomplished, what you got right beside you. Like I got a lot of access to a whole lot of shit that I don't even use because I'm still on the go all the time. But that's why I like to have my peace. When I have my peace, I see what damn boy, you've been doing this a long time. You got access to this, and this. And my homeboy just told me probably about 2 months ago. He was like, "Hey man, you got a whole lot of people that follow you, that listen to what you say, and all that shit." I'm like, Pimp, I don't see it like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But then when I think about it, like I started doing these podcasts, or they want to call podcasts. Then I started this shit in 2013.
They call something else. Yeah.
I was just making video, blogs or whatever. And a lot of videos I made just talking about real life. One girl hit me on Facebook one time. She was like, "Look, my brother going through a lot of the same shit that you going through." She said, "You just don't know what you do for him." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't know, because if you don't tell me, I don't know who paying this shit some attention. I don't know who watching unless you tell me." Like that's why I like all our platforms. Like y'all talk about some real shit. Y'all ain't scared to talk. Y'all ain't scared to voice y'all opinion. Y'all ain't scared to disagree. Like I tell people, man, like nobody's the same.
No.
Everybody got different views on everything. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem having a conversation with anybody. Right. Long as I know you for real about what you say.
Exactly.
Like if you
I'm
fake,
the same
like
way,
I don't entertain
I don't like
that
when
shit,
people put on.
As long as I know you real about what you say. Right.
Yeah, I don't like that too, because I don't like when people like tell me what you would truly do. Don't tell me some stuff that you just coming up with. Like anybody who know me, like some of my friends, they might call another friend, but guess what they'll say? They be like, "I ain't call you yet because now I'm ready to face the reality." You know how you have your set of friends, the one who
I'm the same way.
But then you have I'm that friend who's gonna be like, "Nah, girl, you were wrong. Like, I don't care. You were wrong. You shouldn't have did him like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you where you're wrong, and this is XYZ, the why I feel like you're wrong." Or I might be like, "You know what? You were wrong, and he was wrong. And let me tell you why both of y'all was wrong." Or I could be like, "Oh yeah, you were right this time, girl. I need to have another conversation." I'm that friend. I'm not finna put on. Too, I'm not gonna do no face.
You ain't gonna be the yes man.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm a Sagittarius at heart. Like you read up, we gonna give you the truth. Like I'm just not that person. Like if you looking for someone to feed your spirit and tell you some lies, you came to the wrong stop. You gotta go to the next gas station. Cause this station not gonna fill you up on that. You know.
That's right. And that's
I'm gonna fill you up on the truth, because guess what? If you're my friend, I want the hard truth from you, and when I'm wrong. Like I don't want nobody to come for me. Like I don't like yes friends, period. I like friends like, "You know what, Queen, you wrong, girl, you know." And I might not agree at that time. And I'm like, "No, because da 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 da." And I might not agree at that time, but I'm gonna think about the information that you gave me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be like, "You know what? Let me think about that." I can think about it and still don't agree with you. And I can think about it and be like, "You know what? I don't agree with this part, but I do agree with this part." And then I can take that.
But see, the reason you ain't gonna have them, the reason, it's like and this gonna tie in what Wanda said too, how the image be leading. The image was leading. And like when you was describing the situation with Tip and Tiny, his image was leading the household. Now he was leading in one way, but he allowed like Boy Black said, he allowed the trap king to lead, and like Queen said, he had to go back and reflect. Like, damn, like my wife is it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, boy, like we ain't just got no any kind of kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I ain't just got no any kind of wife. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife with substance. So he had to go back and reevaluate that and be like, hey, what's good? What's this bullshit I'm really on versus what I should be on? Yeah, and like you say, he came to a decision. But it also ties in to when, like Black said, when people go do time, what I'm realizing out here in the world, like my spirit kind of just said to me, people are institutionalized out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They don't even
They
know.
are in a world institution,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not understanding the representatives is leading them, and it's because they don't want to be held accountable. Which leads
That's
to
right.
you, Queen, just like you said. You know, your list of friends, and I guarantee they done got shorter more than longer because they know the number one thing that Queen gonna do. Queen gonna hold somebody accountable.
Oh
I
yeah.
am.
I don't want to be held accountable. See, I
Right.
need the yes man and I need the yes ma'am.
Yes.
That's
Oh yeah.
why this shit that played out on this stage with them two. See, because if he knew, and you know, this ties into that. If he really knew he had a consequence from his own camp, he
Right.
wouldn't have did that.
Right.
There's no possible way he would have did that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would have known that when he come back to his own camp, he ain't got no yes man right there.
Mm-mm.
He got a nigga who finna tie off right into his ass.
Yeah.
In
Right.
his own camp.
Yeah.
What we seeing in the world, we got so many yes men. This even in
Yeah. That irritates me. That irritates me because I'm like, nobody is making your true. I hear people like one time me and my mom was in the store, right? These girls was out and I guess they was shopping. They was about to get ready to go out or whatever. This girl foot was literally hanging off the shoe about this much. They didn't have her size. And so she was asking her girlfriends, she was like, do it look real bad? Do it look real bad? One of them was like, but I really, I was like, girl, no, get that shoe. Da da da. Me and my mama looked at each other, and you know what I told my mom? Those are not her friends because ain't no way I would tell my girlfriend get that two little shoe. Because I would have been like, girl, you gonna have to find another shoe. That shoe don't fit your feet. You're not going out with me with no shoe with your feet heel hanging off that shoe like that. But
hey, look, real quick. Look, this gonna turn into a whole other topic that I would love to talk about. Having yes men and having real people in your corner. But I gotta get ready to go. I gotta make this run right quick because it's damn near 7:30.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, we can
run.
Yeah, I'm saying we can either do it tonight or tomorrow, whenever y'all free. But like, cause it's still hot. I want to catch y'all while you know what I mean, while it's fresh. So y'all want to do it tonight at 9 o'clock?
My daughter got tennis practice. She got a tennis game Tuesday and Wednesday, so it's kind of tight.
Well, I tell you
and
what,
Johnny, you say you stay on.
I come back probably tonight. What you say, John?
You know what I'm saying? You say you jump on from 9 to 10:05?
Yeah, I mean it'll have to be at that time.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'll be right back at 9.
Okay, so, that's good for you too, Queen?
Yeah, I could do that. I just know tomorrow and Wednesday she has tennis match, so that's gonna be kind of tight for me.
Okay. Well, shit, man. Look, I appreciate y'all.
Oh, Spirit says two little shoe and one to say looking crazy. Oh, thank you. Thanks to Black. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey man, but we'll be right back. We want to take a coffee break or something.
Right. We'll be back at 9.
Right, we'll be right back at 9 o'clock. Right, so I'll see y'all then.
Thank you, Queen.
All right.
See ya.
All right, Black. I'll catch you in a minute.
Bye-bye.
All right.